Yurt was good. I haven't reacted to Jubilee in a grip, but I'm still going to at this point, I suppose. It's either this or the Murderer Spectrum video, and I already did a Spectrum video, so I'm trying to play like the odd one out game. We're gonna do, I guess, 6v1 Hooters girls. Rather, I guess we're gonna do 6v1 underpaid, objectified wait staff. Which one is lying about being a part of that goddamn mess? We'll see.
I worked at Hooters.
I worked at Hooters.
I worked at Hooters.
I worked.
I'm sorry, it's just the O. The first two were like, oh yeah, I did this. Like trying. The third girl was just like, oh yeah, I did this.
I worked at Hooters.
I worked at Hooters.
I worked at Hooters.
I worked at Hooters.
I don't believe her.
Hooters. I worked at Hooters.
How old were you guys when you first
I see
applied?
she's in a crowd.
21.
19.
20.
18.
19.
I was in college.
I'm looking for body language. How bubbly are they? Hooter girls are.
As like a, well, that's the other thing too, right? Is like they kind of like force you to be like overly bubbly. But and again, for $8 an hour, $8.52 an hour, or maybe 10 if you're lucky. 18 is crazy though. Like imagine that being your
I'm
first
looking
job. That's
for
just nuts.
body language. How bubbly are they? Hooter girls are typically pretty outgoing, outspoken.
Don't you have to be a hostess first?
No, well,
Not all.
technically, yeah, not all the time, yeah.
I would just see it like constantly, and then I was just like, okay, well, might as well try.
Riley was kind of suspicious. I don't know, it just sounded like she was just making it up.
Yeah, that's the other. She just doesn't seem like she's doing a great job lying.
Mine was because a friend worked there. She literally was like, why don't you just come with me and apply while I walk in? And I was like, okay, and then they hired me the same day.
Hannah looks like the ideal Hooter girl, which is kind of sus.
My sister
Interesting.
worked there, and then she was like, you should
See, I don't think that's sus. I think
work there.
that's
And I was like, okay.
more clear.
How did you start working there?
I was on a date. Yeah, to Hooters. I had braces and everything. I didn't know what.
Who brings a girl to fucking Hooters for a date? I'm going her. I'm going redhead.
She was quieter, and her body language was just a little bit more reserved.
Passive, yeah. It's just like you have to be like when you're dealing with customer service. There's like especially that kind of customer service. There's a particular amount of bubbliness that again, like if you don't even present that in the interview, you won't get hired. You know.
She looks like a Hooter girl, but she was just quiet the whole entire time.
I didn't expect to be out that early, I'm not gonna lie. It was probably the piercings being left in, because piercings aren't allowed.
Crazy. Why do you know that? And then
Hooters makes you happy.
Hooters makes you happy.
Hooters makes you happy.
Hooters makes you happy.
Okay.
How about
where is that a thing? Because even the girl who works there is like, what are you talking about?
we all follow up with the next line of the birthday song?
Yeah.
Okay, so Hooters has a birthday song.
Hooters has a birthday song.
Not too short, not too long. I don't think I know that one. I know a different one.
Oh.
Yeah, our Hooters has a different one.
How did yours go?
Right. Oh no, she's like.
Remember mine.
I know, it's been so
Too
long.
short, not too long.
Sing it right and get your wishes, sing it wrong and do the dishes. Yeah.
Sound of happy, sound of
And do the dishes is crazy. What the fuck? This is nuts.
Right and get your wishes, sing it wrong and do the dishes.
That's like an equivalent of like in Cold Stone having to like sing every time you get a tip.
You did good.
For like $8 an hour, you cannot catch me singing.
So what was your song though?
It didn't start like that. It was
Hooters has a birthday.
Sus, bro. She's blowing it. Either she has a bad memory or
it's the same thing, I guess. Yeah.
She didn't know the birthday song.
yeah, you can't say it's wrong and then do the same
And
thing.
then she said she learned a different one, but then didn't know the second one either. So that threw me off too.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, no, she's
What
gone,
is
though.
one way to upsell?
For the desserts, I would be like, oh, I really like this flavor. And they'll be like, oh, okay, get one, and I'll get one for myself. It's more of
I would do too. I'd be like, this is the key lime pie thing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, if I get a chance, man, on my break, like I'll get some of this. Nope, you're
Honestly, y'all,
It's been a long time for
it's
us.
been so long. I also,
You could have just been in the restaurant as well. I feel like just like knowing the menu is like kind of cheating. Desserts is at least specific, but like anybody could research that, you know what I mean?
was just a hostess, so
I still think it's the girl who was out first, and like the fact that she knew the piercings weren't a thing, you know?
Okay.
yeah.
She was kind of just like stumbling on her words, and I was like,
I also don't think knowing the menu is a big deal. I couldn't tell you a lot of the menu at old food places that I used to work at, but I could tell you like some of it at least, to be fair. But like everybody already took the big ones.
she just doesn't remember.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to vote out somebody, it'd be her, just because she didn't know shit. Wow, it's a split, right? I don't know.
I was thinking like I have this in the bag. Like
Yeah,
there's
I
no
thought
way
she was
anyone's
better
gonna
than the
vote me
other
out,
one.
So I don't know.
That's crazy.
Continue playing the game.
If
Please
you want to make more
raise your
money,
hand.
just raise your hand.
I didn't tell my parents or anything too because I don't know how they feel about it. But were you paying for college too? Or-
But here I am on a video.
I would like know the ones that like my mom's got before, but like that's what I was
Wait.
gonna say.
That your mom's got before there?
My moms are lesbian. They love Hooters.
Wait, but I thought your parents didn't know.
Yeah, they don't. No, not while I'm there. No. I mean like before. Like I've gone to Hooters with them. They've never come.
She fucked that shit up so hard. Honestly, she was fooling me super hard until she just said that. And that was a huge catch because I didn't even catch that. I mean, she might have just misspoke, which is rip.
Parents are strict about me, but not them. You know what I'm saying? Like I know because
That I can even understand though too. She's not doing it. If it is the truth, she's not doing a terrible job of explaining it. But like, it's just a super suspicious thing to do in a game about knocking people out who are lying.
they're like. This is gonna sound bad, but like they're sexualizing them, so I don't think they want me to be sexualized.
I don't know. I feel like your story is a little suspicious.
I understand. I understand.
She's oh my god. She knew she was out, so she's like, phew, phew. That's crazy.
You look the part. You're cute.
Okay, how do you greet a guest when you come into Hooters?
Okay, I'll just be like, hi, welcome to Hooters.
She's really good at, I only got to hear her speak a little bit, but like, I think what's kind of strategic about what she's doing if she's lying is she's directing the conversation, right? So she's asking all the questions, and even so, she's just asking about like bartending and like other specific, like non-specific stuff. But by consequence, other than the little moments that she'll like F up, which in my opinion is on like the specific details, they're getting by further than even like someone who's misspeaking. You know?
How's it going, guys?
I feel like she's been killing it otherwise. The fact that it's all the same tone, hold on, it's crazy.
Guests when you come into Hooters.
Okay. Yeah. Just be like, hi, welcome to Hooters. How's it going, guys?
Hi, welcome to Hooters.
Yeah, I guess the same thing too. It's hi, welcome to Hooters.
That's so good. Like they all talk different than how they said that, but like the tone switch and like the melody of it, exactly the same. So uniform. That's just creepy as hell.
Yeah, so I do. You guys all do this. I'd be like, hi, welcome to Hooters.
You have.
She like honestly, now that they like pointed her out, the way that she did that was not as uniform as the other ones.
Have to have a sweet customer service voice.
She's a food runner though.
You fake it, but
Yeah,
it's,
all the way.
I mean, you're entertaining.
I think we're actually hired as entertainers.
we are
Yeah.
hired.
Because this is $5 to $22, which 22 is not bad, but you got to be there for fucking ever, I'd imagine, if that's what you're doing. If they're hired and paid for all this, which is insane,
As
like,
entertainers,
I don't know.
because you're not really allowed to like hire on a server and then have requirements about X, Y, Z. But as an entertainer, you're allowed to have those requirements.
Interesting. The top earners are 23%. But like average is like 13 to 15 an hour, which is like not good. That's like standard pay. 23 is not terrible, but you have to be there forever, I'd imagine. Yeah, that's the thing, is you're not allowed to discriminate in the workplace, right? So they kind of skirt around that rule by calling them entertainers. That way they could just basically discriminate against who they hire.
Really quick, what are the nail regulations and what type of nail can you get?
To ask that question, I didn't know that was a thing. So actually I'm less sus on her now because the question that she just asked was specific. Unless she just Googled it.
Short, and then they could either be nude color or
No,
French tip.
only say one type of
Oh,
style.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, honestly, she killed that. Then she like murdered that in response. And honestly, I feel like all of them are.
But
it.
it cannot be a hot pink. It has to be a
Like
neutral
fade,
tone.
yeah.
I think it was the first girl.
Skin color almost.
What about hair?
Down. They want it down and
Yeah,
down.
see, they're not even lying. I was
color?
it's just like
Natural
No,
colors.
Yeah, natural colors. They didn't
Natural
want anything
colors.
bright.
guys are
I'm like,
figuring it
I
out.
almost believe you.
I know, because I'm
she had some of the specifics, but again, it's like the way that she.
Sorry, you're
I think they are all it,
Most
but they're just
suspicious.
being.
Like,
it
I
has
am
to
not.
it's
be.
because of the parents thing, right?
I just wonder, what lie did you tell your parents that you were doing for work? Like,
I only worked there for 3 months, and they weren't bumping me up the server.
Why
Yeah,
didn't they
so
bump you up to server?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe my height.
Tall is better for models and shit like that, is what they say. Maybe she just wasn't a good worker.
Almost want to believe.
Maybe she was lying for 3 months about where she was, so she had to always bounce out of there, and then they didn't bump her up. Yeah, it's raps. Damn, she went Survivor style, like trying to take off the head of the snake. Like someone who's clearly it.
your story just didn't match up. I'm sorry.
These three are for sure it though.
Over.
Yeah, no, they're right.
If
For
the
sure.
lights turn green,
That was like a very clean, smart game of 6v1. Very strategically took out the
Means you
mass
have
of
voted
people
out them all
and like weren't
and
greedy
drew
about
all.
it. She's like happy as shit. Oh, okay, no,
Oh
I got
my
it.
gosh! I
For a
felt
second.
it. I felt it.
The one that just said that she felt it. The way that she was like fucking giddy for a second, I thought maybe she like cheated him out. I still think it's the first girl that was out, but it could very easily be the last girl on the left.
1.
No way!
That is crazy. That I was not expecting that at all. Again, I guess like I said, I only got to hear the other two talk for a very brief moment in time. As soon as they called that shit, I wouldn't assess that at all.
Oh my gosh!
Thank God we trusted our instinct.
No, you had us. You had me.
You were close.
Literally
though.
until
Yeah,
it
you were
was in crowds, you can blend in, but when it starts getting less of a crowd situation, you start to get sniffed out.
I worked with an ex-Hooters employee. She made me like a whole like study document. We went over that. We practiced.
Crazy. Do you even like win a lot of money for doing this? Do they say? Is it worth studying for this?
The birthday song. We were sitting there clapping, singing to it. I worked really.
Yeah, that was I feel like one of the harder things, and she fucking killed that shit.
I was worried about the parents thing. My mom's would not be okay with that.
Honestly, Hooter girls come in all sizes, shapes, and you don't have to be like the prettiest or the skinniest. Like honestly, Hooters will bring like the best out of you.
It's just any other job. They're just pretty girls using their looks to an advantage. Clearly.
And they for sure should get paid more for that. You know what I mean? It's not like the fact that there's a stigma to it is silly for sure. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying like to have to deal with that and deal with the clientele and get paid like $13, $12 an hour. That's fucking garbage. There's a reason why sex work is relatively lucrative for the people involved. And this is like flirting the line of it. But,
It's
like,
literally
you're
just
getting
like going
paid
to any other
trash.
restaurant. It really empowered me and got me out of my shell to become more of a girly girl, more confident. And
I just think it depends on who's running one, right? Like I'm not definitely denying that like there will be good experiences in some. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if people run those places correctly. While it's, I agree, stigmatized, you know, like it's not, I agree that it's like something that shouldn't be frowned upon. I think they should be compensated way more because they're all like terrific at their jobs, and the food is not why people go there. The atmosphere is not why people go there necessarily. It's for the entertainers.